On the other hand, everybody's trying to get to the bag. We're having leftovers for breakfast because I cannot think about breakfast right now.
So I had to connect the microphone today because my roommates are pre-game mode. And what I'm doing today is a piece activity. So one of my aunt's birthdays is coming up. And this year, I set out to make homemade and painted birthday cards. I think I only did like 4 or 5. I know I made one for my sister, for my mom, for my cousin, one of my cousins, another one of my cousins, and another one of my cousins. And that was about all of them. This auntie that I'm making a card for, I also had made one for her newest baby. Her baby had turned 1 year old, and this is a little card that I made for her. I didn't like go into detail. I just like did the water paint on here, and because she's 1 year old, she can't really read, but it was just gonna be like a little book storytelling. And now I get to make her mummies, and I think I'm just gonna put them together so they're together because they're mom and daughter. What I use is this thing that you can find in a kindergarten class. I kind of stumbled over my words there. And I really just have so much fun with this. Oh, and I also made one for one of my other cousins that I did not give to her because I was struggling a little bit. But since I had nothing to do, I decided to make it for her, which is also her daughter. She also can't read, but she loves me, so she's gonna understand. I mean, I think she loves me. I also don't know how much storage I have on my phone for this Vlogmas anymore because my phone has been aching, calling for help. What I try to do is do like the outside, and then I'll, whatever I'm inspired by on the inside, I'll do afterwards. Because it's water paint and it's time to dry. But you use just enough water, just enough, and it dries, you know, in perfect time. This has been one of my favorite memories this year, creating these little birthday cards for my family. And it really inspired me to create, you know, like poster card type birthday cards, you know. Sometimes the homie, you can't really get him a nice, very specific homies you can't do the most girliest stuff for. And I actually designed a tequila type birthday card, which was super cool. And I just didn't know what number to put on it, which was like the only tricky part. But I'm thinking that I can make a few and just put random numbers, and I mean, everybody turns a number at some point. If we are destined to be that number, you know. And my auntie, she's turning 36. She's had 7 kids come out of her vajay. And I love each and every single one of them. And they're all going to live under my name. My auntie has this dream of traveling the world. Or traveling as much as she can because that's all I can say. And I really hope I have enough storage to capture a decent amount of this process. She's understanding of the color theory, and if you don't know, then study some. making these cards, they're also like unique and not identical, but I'm using the same technique, which makes them look similar, but they're not identical at all, and they're all so beautiful. Today I didn't know what I wanted to do for Vlogmas. I had a plan to do something today, but it did not happen. And now it's the afternoon, and I figured that I could do this now so that next time I see them, it's like already packed for and ready to go. I really do hope to see them for the holiday. But I also don't think I want to travel for the holidays. Even if I had amounts of money in my bank account, I'd still choose to make this because sentiment is special to me. Any day, I take this kind of gift. And I hope this inspires you to make something similar. This is literally kindergarten supplies and printing paper. Get creative. The only words I do not accept to hear from anybody is that they don't know how to use a paintbrush. That just cannot happen around me. And around me, I'm gonna make you pick up some sort of creative tool, whether it's a pen, a pencil, a paintbrush. Shit. You might even pick up on your own senses and create melodies. Also, one of my goals for my family is to write a letter to every single one of them, explaining to them how much they disappointed me in a very nice way. That's valid, right? That's so valid if you want to grow up and be a grown person in each other's lives. I think that's valid only because that's just the family that you grew into. And you don't have to accept them any further if they can't, they can't grow up for themselves. Which is really hard for me to grow up when I have not much to look up to. Shout out to the YouTubers. The other day, actually, I was like, I'm so thankful for her name used to be on YouTube, Dulce Candy 87. I'm so thankful for her because if it wasn't for her, I would not know how to curl my hair at a young age. And I was really thankful for that. Yeah, super. My mom didn't like me being around her getting ready process. So being around people when they're getting ready is like the fucking coolest thing ever for me. And I'm just so random with everything that I'm saying right now because I'm trying to fill out the conversation for everybody that does choose to listen. one of the reasons I think it's important for me to delegate on why these people are uninspiring to me, and it's not of any worth for me to consider them family at all, is because not the last kid that they had, I'm the first kid that they had. And there's just a bunch more kids that keep popping out of their vaginas that cannot and should not be able to get as far as me living like this. I used to be so invested in not caring about having a life or like having a future because I wanted to be a kid. And thankfully I get to be a kid now. Because kids cry. And kids cry when they speak. And kids say what they mean. I got mirror vibes here, like one of my future tattoo ideas is a vintage mirror. You know, like the mirrors that just have beautiful woodwork around them, or like metal. And yeah, I'm thinking I would like it showcased on one of my arms, or like under my ribs. And that's the beginning of this outside. And since I'm only, yeah, now I get a beautiful kind of like something to work off here, which is really why I love doing this. Because right here I already see that I want to do the moon. I probably most definitely don't care about everything that comes out of my mouth. But if you choose to listen, I can talk back. I love creating like little block spaces for like a note. And really, it doesn't have to, like, I don't have to completely fill it out. My goal is just to beautify the paper. I keep reaching over to see if my phone is still recording the process. I mean, true enough. If you have time for a relationship, you can have time for your kids, right? Definitely gonna show you my Christmas tree at the end of this Vlogmas. I think that's so cute. I love holiday cheer. I love holiday cheer. But I just think that needs to be all year round. But I'm gonna indulge in it because it's holiday cheer. There's like nothing compares to everybody supposedly being in a happy mood, you know? Nothing. And I'm super cool with it bleeding into the other side. It's, you know, it gives it the full effect. Just needs to dry out, and then I'll do another layer which is less watery and more opaque.
Finally organized my closet. I don't have much. All my clothes is like I lived in an asylum. Hey. You know, I do that. I do that. I do this. I do that. I do that. I do that. I am trying to do that, and looking for a friend that has a Polaroid to help me fill these in. And yeah. Wow, look at the cheese. And my palette for this. The dishwasher was used today, but nobody's gonna unload it. And what there's gonna happen is they're gonna grab dishes because they're clean, but not fully unloaded. So when there's like half empty, they're gonna start putting dirty dishes and there's clean dishes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unload it and leave everything here on the counter because I'm not about to put it away. No. Is that valid? Am I valid for that?